to San Juan because you guys changed up the poll. All right, well, after reloading in 3 separate times there, because y'all couldn't decide in the chat which direction we were going to fly tonight, I ended the poll, and it was San Juan over to Haiti as originally planned. Here we are in our initial flight in the Ameriflight livery. I'm so happy this dropped. Whiskey Throttle, he dropped it on the Flight Sim TO. Absolutely love it. This is a blast from the past. Love having this livery on here. It's simple, clean, but it just feels right. It looks good on the Lear, especially when you get that door closed and you can see the Ameriflight logo on there. But this is 754 Gulf Lima, a Lear35 that we're about to put some hours on, chat. We're in our San Juan base. We're heading over to Haiti tonight, and then we're eventually going to make our way down through maybe the Central America and South America. Excuse me. It's going to be a fun one. Little South America tour here in our LearJet 35. So, should I start folding tinfoil, Keith B? Yeah, we're going to have some 450 conversations. I don't think we're going up to 45,000 on our way over to Haiti, though. It's a shorter flight, but we're definitely going to have those types of conversations. I got to ask y'all about some things, especially I watched something on YouTube about the South Pole. Yeah, we're going to have some South Pole discussion topics maybe on this stream. But before we get there, let's say hi to everybody. Aviator Nick, Bomb Tech's in the house, JP, Keith B, Suit2, Billy B16, Force Raptor, Steven here, Caleb, Tenard Amoeba, Flight to Live, Zippy Zappa. Good to see you again, Zippy. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Puerto Rican Pilot. Oh, yeah, we're right up your alley, Puerto Rican Pilot. Toot Qatari, Alex 5150, Mike McGoughlin, Kevin Cormel, Ken LeMay, Rusty C, and anyone else. If I forgot to mention your name, I'm sorry about that. Appreciate you for being here. Ooh, another LearJet spawned in. Hit Y, slew it, and then just rotate yourself around with the 3 key. That's what I did. But we are on Iveo again. It's going to be a fun one. Ammo's in the house. Good to see you. Mickey G is here as well. Let's get this party started, chat. I'm going home. I'm cooking some tuna steaks tonight, so we can't be up too late. We got the tuna steaks ready to go. Wife texts me. We need wasabi. So let's get this airplane fired up. We're on the latest version 1.1.1. I just updated it. I don't know if they've adjusted the glass at all, but I feel maybe they haven't. I don't know. I almost feel like the cockpit looks a little bit easier to read the instruments. It could just be the lighting right now too. There have been some small tweaks. I've noticed some sound differences as well. The engine sounds still need a lot of work, but some other sounds like was it flap sounds or hydraulic pump sounded different. Either way, it is slowly but surely becoming a very, very nice polished airplane. Well, we're still not polished yet. We're doing the rough polishing, but you can tell the updates are making differences. So we're going to take a look at that as we hop over to Haiti. This aircraft is so good, Billy B16. I can't stop flying it, man. I can't stop flying this thing. I already did one flight in this today before the Airbus stream. So before we fire everything up, let's do all of our weight and balance stuff first. Right now, 076 will be taking off with a quartering tailwind. That'll be juicy. Let's load her up, though. We're going to go pilot 1, pilot 2. We'll go all luggage. I'm curious what that does to our weight and balance with nobody on board but all luggage. Okay, so that puts us at 585 pounds of frayload and of payload. And you know what? Let's throw on Cindy with the bottle and John. Cindy and John with a full load of cargo. That's who we're taking today. Looking at this here, we don't need all this fuel. Now, this almost looks like it's saved from the last time. I'm going to empty the fuse tank. We'll keep our fuel there. We'll go 100% wing. Tip tank's at 26%. We got a 1,000-mile range. That'll be our standard load for our South America tour. About 1,000-mile range, unless we need to go further. That looks pretty good. Our CG is well within limits. So since that is all done, I'm going to go back to the outside. Let's pull the pitot cover. Let's pull the engine covers. Let's pull the chocks, and let's close the door. And since we're freight pilots, we'll just go through our flows like we would, not have to worry about any other nonsense. We're over here on the freight ramp, ready to go. We got some premium freight. Since we're doing premium freight, let's see. So do we say John's up front? We'll open the front windows for John, and then we'll open one aft window for the bottle lady. So we're all white there, and we just have 2 windows open. Oh, you know what? Why can I open? You know what? We got to open that window for you. We're going to reset the view for the bottle girl. So she's going to be this view here. That's been saved. So now if I go back, yep, view is saved. So that's what we're rocking. That looks slick. Gosh, I love this airplane. I love this. Black dash mod is very cool. Really, there's a black dash mod ammo. I'll have to look. Bomb Tech says that trim ticker is on point. Yo, yeah, the trim ticker, I'm so excited. Let's fly. Let's fire it up and get out of here. If you haven't already, I don't even know how many we have watching. Let me pull up my other thing. 192. Awesome. Good turnout tonight. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I know some of your first-time viewers, and I know LearJet followers. You don't watch anything else. That's fine. Just hit the like button for me. That's all I ask tonight. Hit the like button because that allows me to keep doing these streams, and these are the most fun for me right now. I'm not flying anything. There's nothing in the sim right now that's more fun to me than the Lear35 from FlySimWare. So if you hit that like button, I get to keep flying it. So here we go. My flow left to right. I'm going to go, well, actually, let's get the batteries on first. Batteries on. And then we'll also go inverters. We'll get the inverters on, batteries on, and then now I'm going to go over here. We're going to go nav and beacon light are coming on, and we're going to go right into a generator start. We'll kill the master caution. What I should have done is done an emergency battery. We'll turn that to standby. You could see that the flag goes out, and they fixed this, so you no longer have to recenter that. So that looks good. Standby batteries on, inverters on to power up our oil pressure gauge because we need to convert the AC-DC current. And we also have our rotary test. They work now, so I'll show you that here in a minute. But let's get on generator. We don't actually have a GPU at this location, so we have to do a generator start or a battery start and a cross generator assisted start. So we're going to go generator, or not generator, we're going to go engine 2 to the start position. Seven, 8. Ooh, I got to turn up my sounds because I know they're low to begin with. 10% fuel. Here comes our temp. ITT's on the rise. Yeah, we need those outside sounds fixed for sure. Got to keep an eye on Cindy and John at the back. Exactly. All right, we're waiting for our starter light to go out. All right, starter light is out. I'm going to go right generator on. And with the right generator on, I'm going to do a couple other things here while we sit. I'm going to go avionics master on so we can power up. I'm going to turn down this floodlight because this always powers up by default. So let's turn that floodlight off. There we go. Floodlight is off. We'll hit the magic barrel ref key. And we're going to load up our flight plan one engine here so we're not burning too much gas. All right. San Juan. Top bar is showing previous flight.
TOS. System test okay.
It sure is. Let me edit. Thank you. TJSJ. And we're going to, what is it? MTPP? Yeah. Is it MTPP? I think so. And we're AmFlight 202. I know that used to be a chieftain call sign. So AmFlight 202. Oops, wrong one. I'm trying to reset FlyLive for you. There we go. FlyLive should be on. All right. Do you know how the Vince Neal's Lear35 is up for sale at $65K? No, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I don't have $65K. If I did, I'd probably buy it. All right, our route off San Juan, we're going direct to the SJU VOR. San Juan, Puerto Rico, not Argentina. After San Juan, it says Route 2 BQN. Now, I'm curious. Is that an airway? Let's load airway. Route 2, it sure is. Route 2 to BQN. We'll insert. After BQN, Borinkin? We got Bravo 250 to Antex. So we're going to add another airway. This is why I love this TDS here. So we've got our airway load here. Bravo 520 to Antex, Dominican Republic. We'll load that. That's the exit waypoint. And after Antex, we're going direct to Etbod. So ETBOD. I was just in San Juan the other day, so this is all kind of sounding familiar. Etbod, and the Etbod 1 Charlie arrival. I didn't know there was an arrival. Let me go back, clear the messages here. Add waypoint to MTPP, enter, and we're going to load arrival. Etbod 1 Charlie. So Etbo 1 Charlie or Etbod? Yeah, Etbod 1 Delta. Etbo 1 Charlie is what we need. We're going to load that arrival. Mickey G, yeah, this is the payware. This is the TDS GTN 750. So it's actually a Garmin trainer. It is as real as it gets to the real thing. You use it for actually training. So I absolutely love it, and it's working pretty darn good with the Fly Somewhere for Lear35 right now. All right, so that looks good. Our flight plan's in the box. As far as runway conditions go, we'll deal with that in cruise. So let's go back to our map. This is where we are, and I think we can get a METAR from here too, right? Let me go back, and weather information. Happy Friday, David Isaac. What's up, my man? That's weather radar. We don't want that. If I go to charts, maybe. And airport info, weather data. Right now, San Juan, TJSA 0908, 10 miles, few 3001. All right. So, what if I put this to our destination? Let's see what they're doing over there in Haiti right now. Information. There's no information. Airport info, weather data. 120 at 4, and the runways are 10 and 28, so we'll plan for runway 10. So let's go back, let's go procedures, approach procedure for MTPP. There are none. There's really no approaches. Oh no, there we go. ILS Zulu runway 10, and we're just going to do vectors, and we're going to load only. All right, so now we are completely loaded up, start to finish. We're going to depart off 10. Well, in real life, 10 is closed. They're sending everybody to 28. I'll tell you what, we'll go off 10 though and make the climbing left turn. Screw it. Let's go to 08. I want to see what it looks like because I just took off out of San Juan, like 4 days ago. So let's see what it looks like. So that's all set up there. That's good, and we're done with you. So I'll put you away. And since that's all done, let's go ahead and fire up the number 1 engine now. We'll leave the avionics on. Left generator going into start. Waiting for 10% on the turbine. Fan speed, which we have, we'll just go throttle on. We're spooling up. Sun is now. I wound the sim time back to the time we were originally supposed to depart. So I think it was like 4:15. Where'd that Lear go that was next to us? Oh, he's still there. He's fired up. He's next to us, though. All right, ITT's rolling back. Alfie Douglas, thank you for 36 months of support, my man. Good evening, V1. Happy 3-year anniversary. 3 years. Alfie Douglas got the V1 wings. Looking good, man. Appreciate the support, Alfie Douglas. Here's to the next 3, my man. Next 3. All right, starter off. Generator is on. Now I'm going to do my left to right flow. So with both engines running, we're going to go pitot heats on. Marker beacon, radio, autopilot power is on. Verify EMER battery is in the standby position. We'll go ahead and get our stall warning heats on. Now, real quick, probably could have done this on ground power. Take a look. If I go to cabin altitude test. I forget what they called this in the citation. Rotary test? Man, the amount of times I've heard this overspeed when I was flying like FS98. Now the fire detect, I don't know, that sounds sus. Left stall. Right stall. There's your shaker. Trim overspeed. Maybe they're not all there. Or trim motion, yeah. So they're not all quite there, but hey, we got more sounds. We got tests. They're functional, so that's good. So continuing across the panel here, we'll go cabin air on. Our flight level, unfortunately, we're not going all the way up to 45. But let's set 380. You think we can get to 40 in time? We'll probably just come right back down. Let's set 40. What the hell? 400 is set. And we'll go ahead and go cool on the fans. So then we'll hit magic barrel ref key, and we'll set 400 here as well. I'm just going to hold it down. BQN is also where Aguadilla Airport is located? Ah. Aguadilla, huh? That's pretty cool. Maybe we should hop in there. Hop over there. 400 is set. Let's do my center pedestal checks now. So we'll come down here. Jet pumps are on. Fuel quantity, right tip, left tip are equal. Left wing, right wing are equal. So no need to move any fuel. We'll keep that on the totalizer. We'll power up the yaw damper 1 and 2. We'll move our trim into the pie, about 5 units. TDS, Matt, this is the TDS with the latest update. All right, so that's all set. Trims are set, and we're on 122.8 on Unicom. Flaps coming 8. I forgot to do a hydraulic pump test. I wanted to do that before we started up. but we're all good. All right, we are ready to go. San Juan traffic, flight 202, taxi runway 28. Correction, 20. San Juan. Correction, 08. All right. We'll also hit the Togas right here. Boom. Seatbelts and taxi lights are on. Brakes released. Let's roll. Don't tell anybody today, but today's BizJet coffee, I've added a dash of rum. I love it. I love it. All right, steering is on. Let's go ahead and slide around this sign here. Now, we are pretty light, so we are moving pretty good. I swear I thought I had a scenery for San Juan. I guess I don't. I thought I had a San Juan scenery. That was kind of the whole point of coming down here. Fubar, good evening, man. You missed the programming of the TDS? No worries, for Joe Plains. Wind it back. All right, we'll go ahead and do our thrust reverser test. We'll arm both. Now let's go ahead and deploy. They deploy. Now we'll stow them. We'll stow them. And the lights go out. Excellent. All right. So I've got that weird looping sound. Like, you hear that? I've had that on some flights, and on some flights I haven't had that. I wonder what causes that. I feel you on the missing scenery. I flew Atlanta, Cancun today, only to find Cancun hadn't installed. Isn't that's just not very fun, is it, Jay Sprague? I really thought we had that nice. There's a nice San Juan scenery, and I swear I had it. Maybe I uninstalled it by accident or something. Migs, we should use the Rum Runner call sign. Yeah, we are light. I think what we'll do here, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and pop you out so we look extra cool. I love this livery. Looking so nice. I had that looping in the 850 today, Rusty C. In the TBM 850? Can't be a... Dude, were you using the 750? I'm wondering if maybe it's a TDS thing. Why would the TDS cause that looping sound to happen? Bombtech, yes, you made it before takeoff, my man. We are just rolling out to runway 08. Mother LearJet behind us. Must be Team Vodka back there. Dragon buckets. You never have looping sounds. Well, Force Raptor, yeah, I normally don't. I did a flight earlier and I didn't have it. Oh, now it seemed to stop. Alright, well, maybe it stopped. That's not you, Team Vodka? Someone else got the Lear and following along? That's pretty sweet. You were using the PMS, says Rusty. Huh. Get the reggae on in the cabin. Alright, final checks here as we get ready to enter the runway. We'll go ahead and get our auto ignitions on. We're going to go ahead and turn our landing lights on. We'll also turn on the recognition and strobes. San Juan traffic, flight 202, departing runway 08, left downwind departure, San Juan. It's the LDS in that Lear. The LDS, what do you mean by that? Oh, it's you, Brian Valdez. Nice. All right, so we're looking for 850 turbine temp for takeoff. We can take the intersection departure right here. This is all kind of messed up in real life right now. I got some closed intersections, so we'll take Sierra 2. I departed off Sierra 1 the other day, but all right, final is clear. Let me stow this reverser. All right, that reverser is stowed. Entering the runway, lights are on. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, there's that loop, so it's when I'm on this side. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Oh, the latter days. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, look at our shadow of the T-tail. Oh, that is juicy. Hold up. Look at that shadow on the runway in front of us. That is so cool. All right, let's get out of here. We don't really have yogas in this airplane, but we'll try our best. Get them spooled up here. And we'll run up those engines now. Looking for 850 max ITT. See the airplane squat, brakes released. It's not too hot today, so we should be pretty good here on the power. 850, roll it back a tad, roll it back a tad. Close enough. Power set, airspeed alive. 100 knots, check. V1, rotate. Oh yeah, positive rate, gear up. We'll just make this immediate left turn. There's 400 feet. I'll select heading. We'll go yaw dampers on. Flaps 0. This is what Cindy's looking at. Oh, that is so awesome. This airplane is so much fun. All right, we'll go ahead and lower that nose now. We'll bring that ITT back, looking for 830 max in the climb. Pitch down here. We'll go for our 250 knot climb out. It'll all set us up with a direct 2. All right, there is 830. Reset my heading bug here. Looking good. Let's come down here to our TDS. Nope, I always hit menu, dang it. Flight plan. Let's go direct to Boca. Activate. Nav, engage, AFCS. Now we're in the pitch mode. We've armed our altitude. Pitch barrel ref down here a little bit. Noticed I've had to do that a couple times. So when I use Toga, this is something I've noticed. I don't know if this is a bug or a feature. When I set the Toga command bars, my pitch barrel sometimes doesn't work. I have to engage and disengage altitude hold because it was in go around. Maybe that's normal. Or I guess maybe I have to maybe that makes sense because you're in go around mode, so you'd have to get out of go around. So you can see the pitch ref is working. All right, we're climbing out handedly here. Let's go and get our auto ignitions off. We're at 7.5. As soon as we hit 250, I'm going to speed hold it so we can enjoy the views. I know I like flying with a pitch barrel, but let's do a speed hold at 250 knots. Enjoy these views while we can. We can bump up that ITT. It's falling off a little bit as normal. Our 832 looks close enough. There's 250k knots. We'll do a speed hold. All right, speed hold engaged. Maintaining 830. Fuel flows are not quite synced. Let me sync that up there. Bring that right one back just a tad. Actually, you know what? I might let that right one burn a little bit because we were a little bit off. We were running, well, it would be the opposite. I was running number 2 for a while on the ground there. All right, there's 10,000 feet. Man, a glass of wine is good after hard days of work. I hear you, Bomb Tech. That's why I wish if I could get my sim. I miss the days of where my sim was in my house, you know? Have a glass of wine, do an evening stream. We taking Dak to his new hideaway? Exactly. Ailerons in the wind. Freaking Dak. Alright, we're out of 10. Let's get our lights off. Alright, lights are off. Cabin is pressurizing. We'll get the recogs. We'll leave the strobes on. We are looking good. We are ripping out of San Juan. Bring that ITT back a little bit. Adam Hammond, 26 months as a member, man. Appreciate you. Hell yeah, first time I've been able to catch a live stream in about a year. Well, Adam, appreciate you. Glad you're able to catch us live on this fine Friday evening. Doing some premium freight tonight. Premium freight ops. Oh, we're freight, so we only have a few select windows to look out of. Nothing to look out of that window. Here's Cindy's window. That's pretty juicy out there. A little bit of fog in the hills. Downloading the Milviz 310 as we speak. Heck yeah. Unfortunately, budget won't cover the TDS at this time, but I finally get to use multi-engine levers with the Bravo throttle. Hey, Joe Plains Tower Race. You're going the right direction, man. Get that Milviz 310. It's a great bird. I own it as well. You're going to be seeing some prop stuff here very soon. We're going to be doing some prop stuff very soon. And just get when the budget allows, pick up the TDS, and you'll be good to go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and disengage speed mode. And I'm going to go, so now we're at pitch ref, so I'm going to lower the pitch. I want to get a little bit faster. A little more ITT. 36, we'll leave it. We'll let it run there for a little bit. Joe can fly with us to Eureka. Oh yeah, Team Vodka. You know what? I'm going to be flying to Eureka here pretty soon. All right, out of 18,000 feet, we'll hit 29902. Standard is set. Altitude is armed. We're accelerating out of 250 knots. We're getting a handle on this airplane, chat. We're getting a handle on it. Right now, we're looking at almost 11 hours on this bird already. It's pretty cool, considering I only fly it when I stream. Well, most of the time. I won that Milviz on one of XP's streams. Nice, Key 6. Thank you for the super chat and another MiG $7 super chat. Appreciate you. If you were flying this aircraft in real life, which of its peculiarities would you be biggest concerned? Do you prefer this over CJs? Ooh, MiGs. I would definitely prefer, if I had to pick one, like if I had to fly it as a, pick a job and they pay everything being equal, you just had to, which airplane you want to fly? I would definitely prefer the CJ just because it's a little bit easier. It's a less workload, and things happen slower. It depends on what CJ you're talking about as well. But just less workload, things happen slower. I mean, it wouldn't be as fun, If I could say, hey, can I split them 50-50, I would do that. I think it'd be fun to fly a Lear, for a little while. But it's a very demanding airplane. There's no doubt about it. The Lear is very demanding. You got to be on it. It's also, it doesn't look like it necessarily from right here, like this cockpit view. It's just a very, very small cockpit. It's very tight. I'm 6'1", so in the Lear, I mean, I could fit, but it is tight. So, going to a Lear 35 after flying on the Airbus for the last decade, I think that would be very, very challenging to get over mentally. But the CJs are great birds, man. Like the 550 Bravo, it's slow, but it is such a capable, easy airplane. I mean, it's got a single pilot waiver you can get for it. Even though the POH says you need 2 pilots, you can get a single pilot waiver for a Citation Bravo. And it's a great bird, man. That was my first real jet experience. I trained on the Bravo, and then I ended up doing contract stuff with CJs and straight 2s. But the Bravo is just it's kind of like the most refined of the slotations, if I could say that, It's the most refined. 3,000 at Eureka, challenge accepted. Adam Hammond dropped 10 gifted memberships. Adam, my man, I appreciate you. I had the alert box muted there, good thing. I had it muted, I think, from Migs originally from the last stream, but I appreciate the 10 gifted subs. Looks like a couple of y'all regulars picked up an additional gifted membership, a monthly membership from Adam, so make sure you say thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the support. You can see as we climb, this is really good engine modeling. As we're climbing, that ITT drops off, right? We got a little bit more power. Let's go ahead and run that fan speed up a little bit. We'll rock it right around 830 limit. It's not our airplane, so 832 is fine. It's coming back. 275 knots, 2,000 feet a minute. Oh yeah, that is a shot for you. I've been watching your BAE and Fokker streams from a while back. I love that old school flying. Oh yeah. We need to get back. I keep saying we need to do another Fokker stream. We really do. BAE is a hell of a lot of fun too. I would love to get back in the BAE just because I haven't flown either one of those airplanes since we've got the frame jed mod and got the sim just running really, really smooth. You can hear that loop. You hear it right there? That is weird. What is that all about? That is weird. There was a PDX approach controller calling a CJ a flotation on frequency a few years ago. Good laugh. Oh yeah. So Caleb on the 2, which one was it? The 2? No. On the CJ1. No, CJ2. CJ2 we had attenuators. So you don't have thrust reversers, but you had attenuators is what they're called. They're little panels. You probably see them when you Google it. They're little like flaps on the inboard side of the engine. And when you deploy the attenuator, they go over and they redirect the thrust. So it's not like a true reverse thrust, but it's attenuation. It's essentially a reverse thrust, but it's not a true reverse thrust. And we used to call those bird strike protectors because you go so slow that you ran a risk of having a bird strike from behind and them flying up into the engine. So those were the bird strike protectors. Let's turn up that floodlight a little bit. All right, 30 for 240. Looking at some of our cruise checks. Our cabin is pressurizing. We're climbing. Everything looks good. We got 40,000 set there. We're not going above 40, so we don't have to do our above 40 checks. Everything else looks good. We didn't forget anything. Our lights are off. And, yeah, we're cooking with gas now, chat. A pretty low-key flight. I'm kind of glad you voted for this one instead of Burbank, because it was raining in Hayward, low vis, and then we'd have to fly an RNAV, RNP into Burbank. The reason I suggested that route too is because my original base was Hayward, well, Oakland and then Hayward, and then Burbank was the HQ for Barrafly Cargo. I think the HQ now is Dallas, Texas, but the headquarters used to be in Burbank. We'll zoom out a little bit more. Oh yeah, we're looking good. We are looking good. We've still got more power to go. Love the classic Lears. Hope they release a 20 series. Oh, could you imagine a 20 series? So I didn't know, Andre, that FlySimware in FSX. I was looking at their website today just because I was like, man, I downloaded the updated version of this. They had a Falcon 50. Oh my gosh, if they brought a Falcon 50, I mean, I'd have to start a LearJet or a corporate pilot channel. I'd have to start a corporate pilot channel with Falcons, Lears. I love it. But I don't know. The Falcon 50 is really sweet looking too. But this Lear, man, just the way it looks, something about it just speaks to my heart. Captain, do you fly the 321 Neo? I've heard, we just started marking. I've heard split options of pilots on, split opinions of some really like it, some don't. Colorado, the 321 Neo, I think is a good bird, man. It is so quiet. The 321 CEO is quiet. You're so far from the engines. The 321 Neo is like a ghost ship. But it's a good bird, man. I really like it. Now, the XLRs that are coming out, does anybody have the XLRs yet? I think there might be a few. That's interesting. It all depends on how the operator is trying to run the 321neo. Like, I feel like operators, airlines are trying to position the 321neo to be a 7.5 replacement, and it's just not going to be able to do that. But if you run it appropriately, I think it's a good airplane. What did BombTech say? V1. Phrasing? You called us Lamos. Oh, lame. Lamos. Key 6 says, I've been bad, I've been good. Dallas, Texas, Hollywood. I ain't asking for much. Key 6, I think the West Coast is getting to your head, my man. Must be the water out there in Oakland, my man. That water in Oakland is sus. I don't think the XLR is in service yet. Okay, cool. It's still being certified. Yeah, I knew they had some issues to getting that with floor loading and the additional tanks and everything. Some complications, but you know, I think if you fly the 321neo appropriately and you don't try to straight up replace the 7.5 with it, I think you're going to have a good experience. Going to practice the CJ4. So Zippy, that's the one that's in Microsoft, right? I've been seeing there's that CJ4 mod too. Maybe we should just do like a corporate pilot channel. Or maybe we'll just do corporate pilot week. Or just leave all our after dark or evening streams for corporate stuff. That CJ4, because someone what is Nordo Nye flying in? He keeps posting these screenshots in the Discord. It's a sweet looking jet. I think is that the CJ4? Latam will replace the 7.6 with XLRs. Oof. Hurts to know my favorite core, the Gulfstream, will probably never be in the sim. Andre, I know. Gulfstream is awesome. But yeah, they've already had. So here's what I think is part of that, Andre. So Gulfstream, this is where we can start getting into the 450 conversations. We need the tinfoil hat emoji. So Gulfstream used to allow affiliation. And the largest affiliate of Gulfstream, like on social media at the time, was Gulfstream Girl. Now, Key 6 probably remembers, I'm sure, but Gulfstream Girl used to be like a big deal when Facebook was like brand new. MySpace was the thing. There were a couple of other social media outlets. YouTube wasn't really what it is. It definitely wasn't what it is today. Gulfstream Girl, she would, parade around. It's like, I fly a Gulfstream. Look at this. So cool. Well, she was actually intertwined with the Epstein Island whole situation. So part of recruitment and everything, she was like involved in that. So I think Gulfstream, by either being associated with or being involved with that whole thing, X'd it. They said nobody, nothing is going to use our name on anything from here on out. So there's our 1,000 foot to level off. So then they actually made her change her name to Global Girl or something. And I don't know whatever happened to her, but I know it's factual. She was involved with the whole Epstein situation. And then so Gulfstream put an axe to anybody using their name on anything. So I think that has something to do with it. That would be my guess. But yeah, they've been absent from any type of flight sim, from any type of, other than official media, there's nothing out there. I do have a buddy that flew, well, he used to fly a G6. He's flying a 777 now. But he was flying a G650, and oh man, that thing was sweet. We're not at that flight level yet. I'm going to change my name to Gulfstream Dudes. Team Vodka. You should, man. Alright, let's bring the temps back. Now, what I do need to find before we continue further south on this tour here of South America and the Lear, I need to find like some cruise charts so I know what power settings to use here. We're going to level off at 40,000 feet. I don't want to overspeed. We'll start it off with, let's do like 88 or 89%. That brought it back a little too far. Let's keep it right there. Let's see what that does. We'll sync our fuel flows up. I want to double check my fuel balance because we were running number 2 on the ground. So right tip is almost empty, left tip is almost empty. Good. Looks like everything's drained out of the tips. So everything is pretty much equal. Good. I was messing with crossfeed earlier today too, trying to learn how you move fuel around in this Lear. All right, we're level at 400. Smoke them if you got them. And TOD is not that far off, which is good because I'm getting hungry and I need to cook some tuna steaks. I'm going to sear them up. Lemon pepper tuna. A little wasabi. Now I wish I could keep the view in the back, but is there someone above us? What's that? Or is that like a reflection of our contrail? Oh, there's that Lear behind us. Like a G6. Like a G6. Yeah. What's that song? Oh my gosh, I don't want to get a copyright strike. It's like riding first class up in the sky. Key 6, I know you know this song. What is that? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing. Someone in the chat tell me what it is. First class up in the sky. Tuna cakes sound good right now, Mickey G. Yeah, dude, I can't. I got them from Costco today, dude. These behemoth tuna steaks. First class, Jack Hart. Glamorous. That's what it is. Yeah. Fergie, yes. Thank you. Should we play it? I don't know. I'm gonna get demonetized. That's a great song. I'm gonna listen to it on the way home. Screw it. If I demonetize the stream, I won't get a copyright strike, right? Let me see if it's on. I doubt it is. Let me see if there's any rendition of it. Glamorous. Sometimes they have like remixes on these copyright free. Nope. Let's see if there's a remix here that's copyright free. This one says it is. Banned from VATSIM, fact check, and now a copyright strike. Hey. We're going to give it a shot. I only listen to this. It's like a 40-second clip. My goodness. Here we go. Just make sure you claim no rights to the song and all rights to the respective parties. I will. It's got the thing to paste. A lot of times YouTube, they'll say, hey, in this section of your video we found this, and I can just opt to mute it. Alright, that's all we can play apparently. I'm gonna listen to it on the way home though, on full volume. I'm listening to that on the way home. We're just gonna blast it. Alright, how we looking? We're getting close to TOD, I think, if we're not already there. Nope. All right. And we actually have vertical speed thing here. So Etbad. So let's, as we get down towards South America, we're going to need some more knowledge for this VNAV situation. So Smart Glide, all that not available. Cool. I want to go to Flight Plan, and I want to look at the Etbad waypoint. Aha. So this is PP16. PP616 is at or above 6,000. I want to make Etbad. It says 18.9. Let's make Etbad a hard altitude of 15,000 because this is for science here. Enter. Okay. And now I'm going to save. Etbad is at 15,000. So if I go back and now we can look at my map page and I should have vertical speed required, but that's not accurate right now. So let me go back. flight plan, menu, VNav, etbad, time to TOD 1450. So we've got 14 minutes until we start down. So I'm going to leave that up there. Really? That seems like a long time. That can't be right. I don't think that's right. We'll see what happens. But we're cruising good right now. We are cruising good. Well, will they send you an email before banning you? Yeah, Team Vodka, they do. It's actually, I mean, sometimes I guess they drop the hammer on you pretty good on YouTube, but as far as copyright stuff, if it's a song or music, a lot of times it's we found this in your video, or our AI algorithm thing found this. Here's what you can do. You can demonetize or mute. You could just mute that section of the clip and continue on. V1 is the internet's #1 outlaw. It sure seems that way, Key6. This is why you were banned playing Fergie on comms. Dougal, I have a YouTube number for you to call. Dougal, good evening, man. Hope you're well, dude. It's late for you. Hope you're about to have a nice Friday evening. Or I'm sure you're well through the evening at this point. It's accurate. It's climbing. All right. We'll keep an eye on it, though. So right now, though, airplane is doing a wonderful job. What are our fuel flows at 40? At this speed, 40,000 feet, we're doing about almost 700 pounds a side, so 1,400 pounds an hour. At 1,400 an hour, our total fuel is 2,000 right now. So, yeah, that's pretty good fuel planning on my part. I think we did all right. We're getting the hang of this bird. This is really good that we get really comfortable while it's easy, because we start flying down into the mountains of Colombia in South America. It's not going to be as forgiving. Oh, wow, you can see the mountains on the horizon up there. Ooh, yeah. Andre Nertz, good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Flight level 400 talks. Yeah. So, speaking of 400 talks, have you guys heard of... Okay, I'm going to get this right. Let me look it up. It's the it's this, okay, gosh, where is it? It's a pool with pool on second floor. No. It's where the X-Men temple was referenced. It's like this crazy pyramid structure that has an Olympic-sized swimming pool on the second floor. I mean, the weight required to build that, and it's like, I don't know. People were talking about all the conspiracies behind it, and like it's how they build pyramids, and pyramids are actually generators. I don't know. Team Vodka, we'll take it easy, man. It's probably best you leave now. Don't tell me about the Cardinal Instagram. No, no, Thomas Ray. We're good so far. We're good so far, man. I'd love to see more classic biz jets being developed from Microsoft and P3D, such as the Gulfstream. Yeah, Andre, I don't think the Gulfstream will happen. I would love it. But yeah, I agree. I would love more retro biz jets. Falcon 50, Lear35. Heck, I'd love a nice Citation. I mean, as popular as a Citation is, I don't think anyone has ever done a Citation Bravo. Well, I guess Coronado did a Citation 550 in X-Plane. But it was at Coronado. Yeah. We need to fly into Cartagena. Trevor, Cartagena's coming up. We're going to Cartagena. We're going Medellin. We almost did. I might do Medellin on the next one. We might do Medellin to Bogota and back. Might do a round trip cargo run there on the next stream. So for the Lears in South America, I'm not sure if I want to go like we do our normal tour where we have to pick up where we left off each stream. I might just kind of skip around. We'll just continually fly in South America. But yeah, Medellin to Bogota, but not Medellin, not Rio Negro. The actual Medellin downtown airport was really hairy getting out of there. I also want to do Cartagena. Punta Cana has a new airport? Really, David? David Isaac. Coming in with a side note, everybody should try Real Turb on Sim Market. I feel like the turbulence is so much more realistic, but who am I? David Isaac, I just don't know if I can get behind Real Turbulence. Look, there's actually TCAS on there. I didn't know that. But you're not the only person that has told me that I need to try it out. Might have to. I might have to, because there's been multiple people in the chat saying that we need to try Real Turb. I've always thought that the turbulence seemed pretty fine, pretty decent though. I mean, we had to turn it down for the Phoenix bird, but dog, this plane is available on the FlySimware's website. It's in early access right now. It's the FlySimware Lear35A. That looping sound is frustrating. But yes, the Lear35A available for purchase right now from FlySimware. Are our lights on? No, I think they're off. I think it's just the sun blasting in there. Recogs are off. And landing taxi is off. All right, yeah, so we're good. Tip tanks for the win, though, right? We were flying earlier. The weather live stopped working, had a huge tailwind, and it dropped off. Needless to say, I went way into the barber pole. Oof. That's that classic wind upload, right? See if there's any interesting airports in Ecuador or Peru. Definitely Ecuador has a few, I think. Peru, for sure. I also want to go this little bit further north, actually. But, like, when we come down, we got to go to, like, Toncontin and San Jose. I know we've done Costa Rica a couple times, but I think Costa Rica and the Lear would be fun. Ripping around that Cirrus visual, just completely visual with no FMS. That would be a fun one. And then down south, I mean, they have those super high altitude airports. Lima Cusco. I think we did that one, Remstore, a long time ago on the South America tour. We would probably have to do it again. Has a very interesting approach to the mountains. I think I know which one you're talking about, Renestor. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Phoenix 320 has some real strong bolts, apparently, because I was able to recover. Well, it's not a Boeing, so you got that going for you. Dougal, you know my thoughts on Toncontin. Oh, heck yeah, man. Dougal, 757 American bare metal livery, Toncontin. Miami to Toncontin. First flight, real time, no practice. I'm just gonna set up my bindings and hit the go live button. And we're gonna figure it out. I think that would be fun. We'll do in-flight entertainment down there. Can't wait for that. A Boris sound pack on the 757. Ooh-wee. 2024 for me is all about the 7.5. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. How do you still use FS Realistic? I don't use FS Realistic, Brandon. I stopped using that a long time ago because it was messing with flight models of certain airplanes. So I completely removed it. I actually uninstalled it. It's good for props, definitely, and it has its place, but I just got so tired of like having to start it or shut it down when I didn't want to use it, and it also was causing my sim to take a while to load. Maybe I just needed to update it, but when I uninstalled it, my sim loaded much faster. I mean, it's not a bad product. I don't think it's worth it unless you're doing a piston stuff. If you're doing stuff pistons, turboprops, that's like your main thing you're flying, then absolutely, it adds a lot, and there's really nothing to affect the flight model with there. But when you start flying, like if you use it with a fly-by-wire or even the PMDG, I think it actually had a problem with the Fenix at one point too. It caused issues. So because it's trying to inject its own turbulence and stuff. I mean, you can turn all that stuff off, I guess, and then run it. But yeah, for me, doing mostly jets, I'm not using it. But I'm about ready to go on a turboprop streak here. Turboprops and Lears, and I might reinstall it, but I don't know. It's an iffy thing for me. What I don't like is that it affects how the airplane flies, and if you have a really detailed flight model airplane, it can, not always, but it can interact with that flight model in a negative way. So that's when I alt F4'd it. My approach airport at an altitude with terrain is always a winner. Oh yeah, any approach and oh yeah, that's Migs. Yeah, I'm getting tired of landing on these flat airports, man. We're gonna. That's what this whole Lear South America episode is gonna be all about, man. We're gonna look for all those little airports, and I want to find airports that aren't necessarily big international airports either. Like I want to go into these little podunk strips that we see on the map, and no approaches, nothing, just straight up visual. We'll take our 750 with us, so we'll have terrain awareness and all that, but that'll be true old school, you know, freight fly. If somebody goes into these small towns, they run freight down there. Oh yeah, the Duke Fireflyer, the Duke is going to be awesome too. Please do a King Air stream. BombTech, if what I think is going to happen soon, you're going to see the King Air probably for a week straight. If I think what's going to happen happens. It's allegedly going to happen soon, maybe, possibly. I have a surprise coming for you. And I tell you what, BombTech, if it does happen the way I think it happened, I think everybody will be very, very, very excited for a little something, and it'll be very applicable to the Duke as well. Basically, even the TBM 850. Isn't there a Gulfstream and X-plane? How did that happen? Gregory, it's because it's nothing labeled Gulfstream. So I can't remember what it is. I did watch a Q8 pilot stream on it. I know he was flying it, and it looked pretty good. Or at least, I mean, for X-plane standards. And he seemed to enjoy it. So, you know, as it develops and gets a little bit more polished, it might turn out to be a pretty good airplane. My only thing with that is I don't know, and this is a complete speculation. I have no idea. I could be completely wrong, so don't quote me on this. But I don't know how much of that airplane is actually true to the real Gulfstream because, like I was saying earlier, to my knowledge, Gulfstream has been very, very particular with who uses their airplane for anything other than official media, and that's it. So I don't know what type of manuals he has or does not have or anything like that. So, you know, maybe it does, but to my knowledge, like I said, YouTube is pretty strict. Or not YouTube, Gulfstream is pretty strict. I was trying to turn on some tunes so we don't have to listen to that ticking sound. I can't wait. This Lear is we're gonna be. I wish there was like the Milvis 310. Like the more you fly it, the dirtier it gets and stuff. David Isaac, it's I can't remember. It's not even called a Gulfstream, I don't think, right? It's called something else. How are we looking on TOD? We're actually going to get ready to prep. So I want to practice that 15,000 restriction. I'm going to set 15,000 here. Barry Seal King Air cargo run. Oh yeah, ammo. You better believe it. A quality Metroliner. Oh, Victor Silva. I've been wanting a Metroliner since there was one at FSX that I flew. I flew a Metroliner on FSX. It was okay. It wasn't awesome, but it wasn't bad either. I think there was one for X-Plane 12 that was freeware, right? I never got into it. I downloaded it, but I never got into it. I don't know how it ever worked out. JB, welcome to Private Pilot. Thank you for becoming a member and supporting the channel, man. I appreciate you. Happy Fishy. Yeah, we can go to 450 in this puppy. We already went up to 45,000 on the previous stream, and we started talking about all kinds of wacky stuff. Cabin altitude is like 9,000 feet when you go to 45. But right now, this is a moderate cruise at 400.
Vertical track.
Oh. Vertical track. What does that mean? So we have to start down. So smart glide unavailable. Okay, I know that, but I don't want. Go away. I wish I could just pull up my vertical speed menu. Flight plan, menu, VNAV. 35 seconds. Vertical speed required, 2,000 feet per minute. All right, we're going to give this a shot here. John, I think the windows might have been plugged. But the Lears definitely flew cargo. Yeah, they definitely flew cargo. I'm going to go ahead and disengage altitude hold. And here we go. We're going to pitch barrel ref it down. Pitch barrel ref is coming down. Vertical speed target is going to be about 2250. So we'll run it down. Let me go back to flight plan or map mode. Yeah, so that's accurate. 2,300 feet per minute required on that. Down we go. Bring some power off. I will fire flyer. That would make sense, right? So it's ground speed slows vertical track. As long as we're there in the ballpark is what I want to. I want to be able to ballpark it, you know. So 2,400 required. Let's come up a little more. Let's see. We'll be a little early. If we set about almost 2,500 feet per minute, or almost 3,000 feet per minute rather, we should be slightly ahead. So we're on our way down. Our landing field elevation is actually sea level, or just about. So we'll bring you back. Right about there. It's pretty much sea level for Haiti. All right, we're holding our vertical track. Yeah, that looks pretty good. In the descent. Braden Morrissey, thank you for joining the channel as well. Becoming a private pilot member. Exclamation point welcome for your new members. Get some new perks here on the channel. I have a whole slew of old podcasts that new ones should be coming out soon, allegedly. But check them out. Check out the Discord members only section. And appreciate the support, guys. I really do. My monitor broke last weekend. My new one arrived today. Probably going to do some Lear ops when I get home from work. Oh, that's exciting, man. I was going to say, it's a bummer your monitor broke, but if you got a new one today, yeah, Lear ops, man. If I had my streaming PC at home, I would be doing Lear ops into the night. Like, I would just be setting up flight after flight, go cook some dinner, come back. Like, it's just, I love this Lear, man. Wingnut, he's a member of the channel and he comes in the chat frequently. He picked it up and he said it's the most fun he's had flying in Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, it's one of his favorite airplanes. And he's a big X-Plane fan because of the flight models in X-Plane. And he says he's in love with the Lear too. So that's saying something. And I'm, like I said earlier too, I'm not, this is no sponsor plug. I'm not trying to sell LearJets for Fly Simware. I'm just sharing my passion with this wonderful airplane. Like, it's $39, I think, right around $40 US. It's early access still, but there's just something about the flight model that I'm drawn to. It's so fluid. It's got inertia. It's got speed. And managing the airplane is a challenge in of itself, which is very enjoyable. Flies like a dream, says Andre. Yes, it does. There's a nice turboprop for Microsoft Embraer 121. Ah, Victor Silva. You know what? I remember watching a Jonathan Beckett video on that. And I'm going to arm the altitude here so I don't blow through it. I was going to pick it up, and I don't know what happened. I think I just kind of forgot about it. But if what I think is going to happen is going to happen, I might have to pick up that too. I'm going to just mute the sound for a minute while we're on the backside. Just kind of vibe with that sun there. Mickey G makes me excited to fly it. I bought it a couple days ago, but haven't had the time to fly it. Mickey G, you bought it and you haven't been able to fly it yet? My man, dude, you're going to be in for a treat. The bindings are key. There's a video, I believe, on bindings, and the Discord has some bindings as well. You got to get the proper bindings, or else you're going to end up in a hangar like I did in Santa Monica. It is the sexy-looking airplane, Dougal. V1 gets... Are you going to be in Vegas this year? I haven't registered yet, but planning to go would be a good snake shake to your hand. Hey, Key 6, I'm really... Look, man, I'm really going to try. There's a lot going on right now in the background for myself and my family as far as real life goes. But I will, if I can go, I would love to go. And I probably wouldn't go, like, I'm not going to go in any capacity as I wouldn't go as V1. I'll just go as myself and which, I mean, that's kind of doesn't make any sense because I am V1, but like it'll be more of a, I don't want like a big thing. I'll just be like, meet me here and we'll hang out and get some food, look at some cool stuff, get some drinks. But I'm going to make it a real point to try to get there. I really would like to. Plus, I just want to see, like, I watched all the videos from the last one. Blue Games had a great breakdown of the last expo and everything, all the vendors and everything, and I just thought it looked so cool. I would love to see that stuff. And I've actually talked to some vendors now, like through emails and stuff, about products that I would have loved to see in person and meet those vendors in person, but I didn't have that opportunity because I couldn't swing it, which really made me mad for Houston because being from Texas, I wanted to be at that one. But then the one thing that I couldn't get out of is a training pairing, and I got slapped with a training pairing, and then that training wasn't even required, which made me even more frustrated for the last expo. V1 gets a commission on every LearJet sold. No, I promise you I don't, man. I promise you I do not. But I figure, if it's good, it's a good product. If we can support them, we support devs like FlySimWare. They're going to keep developing, and that's, as much as, everybody would love to do things out of the kindness of their heart. Money makes the world go round, right? So if they're selling airplanes, if they're selling software, they're going to keep developing. And from what they've brought to the table between the 414 and the Lear, I hope they keep bringing stuff to the table. Syntac, sorry, I haven't been tracking your Discord. Syntac, man, you've been a member for a long time. Any plans to return to DCS anytime soon? V1 Fighter Squadron. Syntac, there were plans for that. There are still distant plans. But yeah, I was going to break off and make a separate channel for DCS. It's right now, Syntac, it's just time. It really is just time. I'm so limited on time, man. Like, I've been gone from the house since 10 or 11 this morning. It's almost 8. I won't be home till almost 9 o'clock tonight. So to set up sims and everything, it's challenging. Come back to DCS when the Phantom comes. That will get me there for sure. The Phantom and a C-130. Those birds will get me in. I've updated it. I've got DCS updated. I got everything ready to go. I can launch it and fly, but I have to move all my hardware. So the ideal plan, and it's still part of the plan, is to run 2 PCs, one for DCS and one for Microsoft, just because the amount of hardware that I have for each sim is, to move it and unplug it all is not really realistic. So I have the desk set up for it. I've got everything pretty much set up for it. And then I was working with a computer company about a potential partnership with that, and then that fell through, so then my DCS kind of fell through with that. Are you a Rangers or Astros fan? Look, I'm not really a baseball fan until November, and I'm a Rangers fan before I'm an Astros fan. I'll pull for the Astros if they're in the World Series, and no one else is there that I like, which would really be the Rangers. So it isn't time. It's living in the boonies with no internet. Yeah. What can he do? Cooking, dogfighting, and dogfighting. Very talented. Appreciate you. I'm actually surprised my wife hasn't joined in. Gregory Bryan says, V1, you need to do some Fenix Air Ops. They're based here in Cartersville, Georgia. I know Captain Flash from. So, Gregory Bryan, I put a request in for a livery for Fenix Air. Yeah, I'm very aware, my friend, very aware. I would love to do some Fenix Air Ops. I know there's a squadron. There's a Fenix Air in Phoenix, actually. Yeah, they go with call sign Rattler. Sweet stuff, man. Have you looked at next level racing flight sims? A little bit. I've seen XP72 and his setup. So it looks like I can reduce. Let's go ahead and reduce that a little bit. Not too much though. Right about there. Oh man, this is a beautiful. Does the I know this was in op for a while. I think it's still in op. just turn it on though. What a beautiful setup right there. Look at that. Any plans of going to Oshkosh? No plans for Oshkosh this year. Just watched Lou Dix fly the updated ATR. Still needs more work. Tyson, I feel for you, man. Tyson, all Tyson wants is a working ATR, a proper ATR. I don't know if it's going to happen, my man. Is that clacking the entire flight deck, or does it go away because you get used to it, Cody? You'll get used to it. And actually, so real life mode, if you have a headset on, that's what you'd be listening to. So could barely hear it. All right, Magic Barrel ref key. We're not at to transition yet, I guess. This is going to work out very nice, chat. This is going to work out very nice. We'll turn off the headset filter, though. Aviator Nick, a Q400? Yeah. Well, who was the Q400 that everybody flew? I had it myself, like the professional edition. I can't draw on a blank now. 29er, 999er is set. I was in the Q400 for a while on FSX. I can't remember. Majestic, that's what it was. Thanks, Google. Yeah. Majestic Dash 8 professional version. Because I thought I was going to fly the Q. Looking back in hindsight, a lot of hindsight in aviation as a career in general. I should have taken the Q class. When I got hired in my first regional, they said Q or Embraer, and I had shiny jet syndrome. I wanted to fly underwing engines. So Embraer 170 over the Q400. But hindsight being 2020, if I would have taken the Q class, I would have got the Q400 type rating. I would have made it through training, flown for like 2 months, and then they shut the Q program down, and I would have been on the 170 anyway. So I just would have collected an extra type rating and some experience on the Q, doing some really cool flying. So, but I was I was blinded by the underwing of the Embraers. That's what I wanted. I'd already flown turboprops, so I was kind of done working hard, if that makes sense. The turboprops are your harder working airplanes for sure. So yeah, I got the Majestic Dash 8. I was rocking that thing. I was learning it. Live and Die by Altcel. I would do unspeakable things for one. Okay. Take it easy, Mickey G. Take it easy there. Mickey G's getting all fired up. No, I would too, man. Honestly, I would too. I thought Majestic was going to bring it to Microsoft. Are they not? All right, so guys, that worked really well. That VNav. That was pretty cool. That worked really well. And I think the airport is right down below us. It sure is. I can see it. So let's go ahead and turn up the sounds. Let's do a full-blown visual approach because we're not airliner flying anymore. This is what we do here in the Lear, so I'm going to clean this all up. Before I dive and drive, though, let me go to the charts page, and let's pull out our approach here. No approach chart available. Okay. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, no approach chart available? Really? Oh, yeah, because we're not in the U.S. Rip. All right. That's fine. We're going to select heading mode. Heading mode is selected. I'm going to change this to activate vectors to final. So we're going to activate vectors to final. 111.7, or no, IMG is 111.5, so we'll swap that. 111.5. Final approach course. It's probably got to be around the 20 somewhere, right? What was the runway number? Runway 10. Runway 10, so it's going to be around... Oh, it's right here. 098. 098. I know you think we're getting high, but we're not. Watch this. 098 and 11.5 on column 2. Or nav 2, rather. 11.5 will transfer you to active. All right, so we've got raw data, GPS active. I'm going to dial in 5,000. Turn you off, and we're going to bring the power back. we're going to select 250 on the speed. Right there. Arm U. Down we go. There's the runway. AJ's got it 111.5, 097, 3000 at the final approach fix. Thank you, AJ. Yeah, we got that. Oh, that's a screenshot, though, right there. I don't know what the... Yeah, we've never had that looping before. Look at that, 4,000 feet a minute, though. Haiti traffic, Amfly 202, set up for a left downwind runway about 10 Haiti. Alright, let's parallel the runway course here. No, not quite yet. We'll do 300. That is juice. Is that weather radar functional? Andre, no, not yet. This is a terrain radar, and it's not functional. The GTN, or the TDS 750, that's the only thing I don't like, is it doesn't have like a NextRad weather overlay. I don't know if there is a way to get that. I'd have to look. I know the PMS allows for like the NextRad radar. As far as I'm aware, the TDS does not. I think you might have to like load in a subscription or something. I'm not quite sure. There's no radar. I mean, there's nothing to look at right now on the radar anyway, but it would be nice to have like a default radar. I wonder if this will be that in the future, just kind of like the default Microsoft radar, because that's all I want. I'm happy with that. We've talked about that before a couple times on this channel. Like I'm totally fine with a default Microsoft weather radar. All right, 10,000 foot flow. Air ignitions are coming on. Seatbelts are coming on. Landing lights are coming on to the landing light position. Recognition lights are coming on. Pressure is going down. The windshield defog should have been on though. I gotta remember to start putting that in my flow. Parallel there. You hear that trim clacker running. Look at that descent. Oh, that is awesome. Aviator, good evening. Just in time for landing, you are, my friend. They said they were, but they were waiting for 24 now. Oh, all right. A King Air 90 from Microsoft. Anyone home in the fast cow? JB, I don't know what happened to them. I believe they're the ones that I reached out to. They didn't really want to do it, and then they said no. I would love a C90. I've been telling Phantom 320, I was like, dude, let's assemble a team and make a like, I would love, I don't know how to make one, but like, I would love to put together a team, like a modeler, programmer, use Boris Audio Works for sounds, and make a really good King Air. And actually, I'd say, let's make a Beech 99. We've got a lot of King Airs. Like a Beech 99, how come no one has ever made a Beech 99? It's an airliner. It was an airliner. It's actually called the Beech 99 airliner. It was flown at passenger service, so everybody that wants to fly passenger ops and turboprops can still do it. It's a heavily used freighter. It's basically an unpressurized King Air 200, so it's even a little bit less complex than a King Air. I can't believe no one has ever done a Beech 99. I love how the lights are, you can see the lights and the humidity. It's so cool. All right, flight recorder is coming on, and then I'm going to do just a full-blown visual approach. Yeah, that sunset over the water is just fire, man. Look at that. Autopilot's coming off. I'm going to set 3,000. And if I turn heading and altitude off, the flight director goes away. Beautiful. We'll start a turn in. We're going to cut this in nice and tight. I was trying to delay that turn because I was watching that sunset. That is just beautiful. What a wonderful first flight. So neat. Alright, spin that heading bug around. Final approach course 097 degrees. Thousand feet to level off. The sun has just gone behind the mountain now. Sun has set. Approaching 200 knots. Below 200, we'll go flaps 8. I'll put my bugs back here. So I've been playing with the approach speeds kind of between the last two lines there on the AOA gauge. Seems to be about right. If you ride that last angle of attack line, if you're not careful and you go into the flare, you might get a shaker. Wow, did that just switch over to VLOC on its own? It sure did. Look at that. So that switched to VLOC on its own automatically. That's pretty cool. Don't mind me overshooting the course, but I think that's a fix. I think that didn't used to work. But just like the real 750, when you're in GPS nav, once you activate Vectors of Final and you intercept that course, it flips it for you, flips your CDI from GPS to VLOC, which is what you need to be raw data and true data to the ILS, not a GPS overlay. So that's pretty cool. Flaps 8, looks like the terrain radar's on. Yeah, the terrain radar does seem to be on. That's pretty cool. Yeah, what I was saying though, that you'll see the AOA moving around in here, kind of between right in there. If you start getting over here, it gets a little bit dicey. Record is coming on. Alright, recording is on. We're slowing up. Alright, lights are on, ignitions are on, gear is down, flaps are coming in full. We're still a little far out for full flaps, but I want to kind of play with that approach. AOA.
We are on the downwind runway 10. We're going to be doing the air left.
Alright, another AM flighter. Haiti traffic AM flight 202, 5 mile final, runway 10, Haiti. Alright, we're on slope, we're on course, trim it out now. So when I use my disconnect button, my yaw dampers disengage. So you want to make sure yours do as well. Gear down, flaps full, landing checklist is completed. A little bit low, correcting, still working in some of that trim. Still working in, there we go, I'll get it right where I want it. I like a little bit of nose up trim. So when you round out and flare, it kind of wants to flare for you, if that makes sense. Just a little bit of nose up trim. That's sweet. Oh yeah, reverser arm. We need that. Thank you. Oh, I never disarmed him. Dang it. Yeah, reversers are arms, Straxmacker. Thank you. Alright, stop looking at the chat because now we're getting high on the glide slope. Correcting. Nothing like a Port-au-Prince, Haiti overnight. Floodlights are too bright. Messing with my night vision. On speed, trimmed out, we're correcting on that glide slope there. Pappies look good. I think if we can come in a little bit low and exit
500.
I think the only exit's at the far end. We might roll it long. I'll tell you, we might go long so we go to the cargo ramp. Bomb tech. Yeah, stay away from the stay away from the Clintons in Haiti. Ay, ay, ay. Man, it gets dark quick. Oh, there is that taxiway turnoff right there. Let's see if we can make that. Let's just come in a little bit lower. Round her out. Might have been firm, but I saw this taxiway coming up. We got deploy lights, reversers. We're slowing it up. Heck yes. Yeah. nose wheel steering, and we are off. 183. All right, I'll take it. The same thing. So that's on me. Like I drove those mains, and I was a little bit. I wasn't committed to that flare because I kind of pushed that nose down because I wanted to make this exit. So it was a little bit harder because I drove the mains in the ground in the flare. I wasn't really holding that flare when we touched down. All right, we'll stop the recording. Haiti traffic again, flight 202, we're clear of 10. All right, we'll go ahead and kill the avionics. Ignitions are coming off. Stall light. We'll keep our lights on for the replay. We'll kill the cabin air. We'll kill the fan. And we're going to go straight in here. Just get those speed brakes down. There, we got our guy over here in the truck. Turn you off. Seatbelt sign is off. Put those heaters off. Cabin is depressurized. I'm curious. For science, I want to shut the engines down. I want to see what happens if I go into replay mode with the engines off. We're going to try it for science. Brakes are set. Let's go ahead and kill it. Screw it, let's shut it all off. Let's go inverters, generators, batteries off. Alright, now there was somebody on like a 5-mile final there. There was another LearJet. Ooh, there's one more Lear. Let's see Brian's landing in the Lear. Let's see how he does. Let's wind it back. We'll watch this one Lear come in here. Fellow freight dog coming into Haiti. And then I want to see that what the replay does with everything shut off. There he is, right there. Missed the spool down. Andre, there is really no spool down. So the sounds definitely need work, especially the externals. Definitely need to work, and they're aware of it. Fly Somewhere is aware of it. He's way out there. Damn. You were hoping to use the crash dummy emoji. Will trimming to help flare cause problems if you have to go around? Yes. So not necessarily problems, Jason. You don't want to be out of trim. Okay, you don't want to be out of trim when you have to go around with the pitch, but it's something you'd be aware of. So anytime you go around like that, though, you're going to be probably running that trim as well in the go around. You just got to be smooth and precise with your go around procedure. But yeah, don't trim it way up so much that like it's just rotating for you automatically. When I say a little bit of forward pressure, basically I just want it a smidge past neutral. You know, like I want to let go of the yoke and at least it starts the trend in the right direction, but not like flare for me. That was actually a really nice landing on that guy. That was a really nice landing. All right, let's go ahead and disconnect. And let's see what our replay does. I'm going to keep it shut off. I'm curious to see what happens here. I mean, flaps are coming down, right? It seems to be. Turn the batteries on. All right. I guess we just lost the engine sounds, but since there weren't really any sounds to begin with, we're not missing much. Let's zoom it on forward. Let's see how we did here. Ryan, no, I was on Iveo. So yeah, when you shut the engine down, oh man, they need to have like red engines in the center there, red cores. I don't know if you could see it on these engines though. All right, let's see how we did. Watch, see right there. Just hold it. Just hold it, and then I try to get a second flare, and I kind of drove it down. There it goes. Spoilers, reverser, pretty darn good. All right, so if you shut the engines down, you don't get any engine sound in replay. But everything else worked. All right. Heck yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. For our first flight here into Haiti. A-OK. Kablamo! I gotta watch that. I guess Blanca Lirio is gonna do video out. I gotta watch that. All right, chat. That's gonna wrap it up for me. I am D-U-N-E done. Time to go home and have some tuna. Dougal, thanks for hanging out late. Smells like tuna steaks. Natech, this is the TDS GTN 750 on the latest update. If you run it with the Lear, make sure you have the latest update. They just updated it, gosh, I want to say yesterday. So it's a fresh update. Make sure it's updated because it is working perfectly, as we saw here on this stream. So even switched over to V1, which is really cool. Guys, I can't thank you all for the support. Thank you enough for the support. Appreciate you hanging out with me today. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like button on the way out, because that just means we get to do more Lear ops. And the next time we do a Lear op, we're going to take it up to 450. And y'all know what that means. So, till then, stay safe, stay healthy, have a great weekend. I'm V1. See you!